Hey fam, how you guys doing? I know it's been a minute that I ain't go on. I supposed to went live a couple of days ago. But I just want to talk cuz I don't know. Um it's like a lot of people send me emails and it's like why do we always put God in it? And I know y'all look at the I put God in it because y'all want to put him in it, so I put it in. I got the emails, and it's like, why we keep stopping God's work? Why do we stop God work? And I'm gonna take it there because it's like a lot of things is a lot of things is like common sense. A lot of things is like common sense, and we just sometimes get it wrong because we just been lied to. We've been lied to over and over and over again. Aren't y'all tired of being lied to? I know I am. I know I'm tired of being lied to. That's why I would love for each and every one of my viewers, my supporters, take a herbalism course. Because when you take a herbalism course, you'll be like, man, they are messing with God's work. They are. They are. They're playing with God's work. And it's like my video, I'm talking about the detoxification process. I'm talking about detoxing the stuff that we do because we think that we doing stuff the correct way because we watching all these commercials, we watching all this all these marketing things. Y'all know y'all watching this marketing thing. You're like, ooh, I want to try that. Ooh, especially like the snack, all those wonderful snacks. I mean, look, I'm not gonna down you guys, but if y'all call me, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth about these snacks. And look, don't think I'm perfect. When I be doing these videos, I'm telling you the true healing. Y'all can come and find and see me like, well, you eating chips. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm human. Don't think I fall for you like, oh, and you being some holy roller or whatever. No, y'all got it wrong. When you call and ask me a question, I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you what you're supposed to be doing if you want correct health. Because I'm gonna get my. I don't know about you, but who likes pain? Do you like pain? My supporters, y'all in the chat. Do y'all like pain? Do you like pain? You be like, no. But I'm gonna tell you, when your body's in pain, that's an alarm. Your body's like ding, 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 because you ignoring me, and you get that little twitch in the side, or you gassy, bloated, and you didn't poop in like 2 or 3 days, and then I give you this sharp pain. You're like, oh, oh, who? Nobody wants that. I know I don't want it. And I'm gonna tell you, that's how my life was like before became an herbalist. Before I switched over to this side, I was taking about between 13 and 17 different medications. I was like looking at this medication like, what the hell? Like, you know? And like I said, if it wasn't for my daughter, whew, if it wasn't for my daughter, y'all would never know me. Y'all would never know me. I probably, honestly, you don't want to say too much, but I probably wouldn't be all the medications and all them things that I would be doing, and not going, not going. It's crazy. But anyway, fam, we take. You already know. Let's talk about how I came on to YouTube. I came on YouTube on Herbalist Screen platform, telling you guys about the go bag and telling you guys about survival and talking about this game, yeah, this game called life. You ever played that life, game? You ever played that life game? I know I'm going off, but anyway, that's the main reason why I came on and I was introduced to you guys as a prepper, and you know, with all this stuff that's going on. And the title of it, are we stopping God's work? Y'all don't think I don't know if y'all want to put in the chat. If y'all look, and I'm gonna, I know it's early in the morning. I'm gonna ask questions. I'm gonna ask questions, but y'all don't think we playing with God's work? Y'all don't think we stopping God's work? Y'all don't think we playing God sometimes? Y'all don't think that when our body's detoxification, when our body's going through this process, y'all don't think y'all stop it? I know you're like, well, Viola, how we stop it? And look, the disclaimer, y'all know, I'm going to just say the disclaimer. Y'all know I'm just sitting here talking. This is informational purpose only. I ain't saying anything I say, you know, y'all read between the lines. But anyway, anything I say is entertainment purposes only. I ain't here to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent any disease, anything. But as a herbalist, we get to the root cause. We get to the root cause, right? And because we get to the root cause, and if your body is not, if you're not listening to your body and you're just being grown and sometimes not having common sense because your stomach's hurting or something is hurting, there's something going on because we're not listening. And then when we stop the detoxification process, y'all know we do that. We stop God's work because we stop the detoxification process. When your body is hurting, we go and we try to take some stuff that, pretend it's not. Look, let me get one of this. This says women's vitamins, but pretend we go to the grocery store to find, we go into we go into the sick aisle, that aisle that has all this stuff, and we be like, wait a minute. And we try to find all the signs and symptoms that we have. We're like, okay, my stomach's hurting. It says check stomach hurting, stomach pain. I haven't pooped. So we go and we go get this, but we don't really know how to use it. We really don't know how to use it. All it says is take two. But we go take this, right? We go take this, but we still, eat the meat, eat the dairy, eat the pancakes, go and have some pizza, go and have a candy bar. We still go and do the same thing. But remember, your body signal to you. Your body is trying to detoxify your body, and all it's asking for is what, fam? Yeah, put in the chat. What is your body asking for? Honestly, what I appreciate you, Will. I appreciate you. But what is our body asking? What is our body asking? Our body's asking for some liquid. Our body's like, yo, can I have something to drink? Because you eating all this stuff and ain't none of it's giving me any kind of stuff to move, like some herbal teas, like some herbal teas, or just go in there and get some fruit and vegetables, get your juicer, because I already know I'll be talking about get two juicers, get a juicer and juice, and go in there and move all that stuff. Just move all that stuff. Because most of the time, like I'm gonna be honest, when I wasn't going, I stopped the detoxification. You know how I stopped the detoxification process? I'm gonna tell you how I stopped God, and everything went on wrong with my body. I ain't gonna use that S word because it wasn't that, because my body already knew how to heal itself. So I stopped it. I was playing God. I was like, yo, let me have another sausage. I want everything on it. I want the onions. I want the cheese. I want some olives. And, matter of fact, give me two meats. I was like, put that on there. And you know how y'all go and order stuff. Like when I got my pizza, it was double cheese. It was it was double meats. I even put, when they came out with putting the cheese inside of how you got the crust and you could put the cheese in there. I got the double cheese, and I put them flakes in there. I put them hot flakes. I don't know about y'all, but I got my eat on. I was like, okay, my stomach growling. Let me go eat some more. I just kept piling and piling. I didn't realize that I had some mental issues, meaning I was replacing, a lot of stuff, a lot of trauma, a lot of stuff I was replacing with food instead of just going to exercise. Just steady going to exercise. They said the most abused, don't quote me on this, but they said the most abused drug or item is food, right? We abuse food, but the most thing that will help us be undepressed, I gotta talk silly because we got common sense. To be undepressed, it's just going to exercise. It's going out there and being one with nature. And I keep talking about that over and over again. And y'all know I be talking about over and over again that we use food to satisfy something. instead of just fasting, instead of just not eating, instead of listening to the body and let the body do what it needs to do, because we're not God and we need to stop playing God and stop the detoxification process and just, matter of fact, just be like this. Just don't put nothing in the mouth. Don't put nothing on our mouth. Nothing. You want to do nothing. Y'all get what I'm saying? I mean, absolutely nothing. Because sometimes you need to just sit and breathe. You need to just sit and take that time and maybe get a book and read. Instead of, and if you don't want to read, get you a journal. Y'all see what it says. Get your journal and just write. And just write. Because a lot of us, we're not doing that. A lot of us, we're not even spending time with ourselves. We don't even know thyself. And then like 2 videos ago, well, 2 lives ago, I was telling y'all need to learn yourselves, because then you'll be like, dang, I am playing God and I am stopping the detoxification process because my body already know what to do. I just need to give it the correct stuff. Because a lot of us got dirty blood and don't even care, but don't even realize it. Because I just had a young lady come in my shop this past Saturday, and she was like, I got parasites. And I'm like, yeah. Her boyfriend came in and he's like, yeah, you got parasites. And she was so, I'm telling you, she was so upset. She was so upset. She said, what do I need to buy? And I'm like, slow down, slow down, slow down. Let me educate you a little bit. I'm going to educate you. And the first thing, she was concerned about is losing weight. And I'm like, goddess, to get rid of them parasites, you will lose weight. You will lose weight. And she was like, well, I'm not going to buy nothing. I'm like, well, hear me out, fam. Okay? I was like, well, that's your choice. That's your choice if you're worrying about losing weight and you want to keep the parasites. So sometimes we have to look, do I want the parasites or do I want to get rid of the parasites? Do I mind losing a little bit of weight? I said, y'all do what you want, but sometimes we have to look at these things and look at what we're doing. Look at what we're doing. And y'all already know we're going to keep being sprayed. And I don't know if y'all listen to my podcast, but in the podcast, I was talking about those damn mosquitoes. Y'all probably didn't pay attention, but I put it on my Facebook. I put different videos for you guys to go in there and look, because I was like, sometimes, things come up on us, and I'm gonna just go ahead and say and stop beating around the bush. They got toxic mosquitoes, toxin, TOXIN mosquitoes that they, producing, and it's a patent. And I even put the patent. No, I ain't even gonna pull it up. But they patent mosquitoes, and then, we how wonder how things happen to us. Now y'all know sometimes how things happen to you, because you be like, well, dang, 3-4 years ago, that stuff happened so fast. And you're like, well, how did it get here that fast? And then that patent on those toxic mosquitoes came out 2015. 2015. And y'all can look at it for yourself. Go look at the lot. Go look at the podcast, because I'm not going to go into it, because we talking about, well, they were playing God too, And it's like, I'm not here to really scare y'all or make y'all feel stupid or make you this, because, some of the things I say, like Viola, I'm doing. I mean, most of the time when I'm doing videos, I'm talking about myself when I used to believe certain things. So I know still a lot of people out there still believing in some of the things, are like, nah, it came from this, it came from that. Sometimes we just got to investigate and do things, research and check out for ourselves. I was like, dang, everywhere you go is a mosquito. Everywhere you go, you like, dang, you got a mosquito. And y'all know, we watch these movies, and these movies talk about these nano things and these I think it was like on the bees. I don't know if y'all want to put in the chat, but it's talking about those bees. I want to say hey to Brian and hey to Will. How you guys doing? I appreciate you guys coming in this morning. But we look at these movies, and the movies, I already told you, movies are telling y'all exactly what's going on. It do. It tell you exactly what's going on. And then That's another way where they're playing God. I had to throw that in. I had to throw that in. I ain't gonna go too deep, and I'm not gonna have this live long. But I said, let me come on here because the higher power gives our bodies exactly what the body needs. But look, because it gives us, meaning we have, these white blood cells, and our white blood cells, you got the T cells and you got the B cells. And sometimes they don't know what they're doing because of the stuff that we put in our body. We actually hurt our defense system from the stuff that we put in our bodies. It wasn't until now, like back in the day, I did eat fruits and vegetables. I would go and eat wheat germ and different things, but I didn't give up on the meat. I was like, especially my pork, especially my pork. And um, I was like, man, I can't get rid of my pork, but I finally got rid of it after seeing exactly what it is and what it do. And I'm not here to to scare anything like that. But I was talking on my podcast this morning, and I was like, I wonder how many people, like, I know I wouldn't do it. I know damn well I'm too chicken to go out there and kill an animal, bleed it out, and eat it. Go in there and I know I'm not gonna do that. And then I'm thinking, all the people out there, because it's coming to that. Now, remember, I started as a prepper. Herbs Cream introduced me into the prepping to teach you guys about the go bag and all the other stuff. And, a lot of things that I'm trying to show you and teach you is more of, would you go out there and kill an animal to eat it? Would you even know how to do it? Because a lot of us, that's another thing, playing God. But I know, like you said, Viola, we got to eat. But if you go in the herbalism world, you go and learn plants, you learn how to identify a plant, which we all should do, and look and say, okay, that one's safe, that's safe. I look at that one, you look at the tree, you can learn different things with poison ivy, about yellow dock, if you got plantain, you'll know how to go and get the dandelion that's growing freely in your yard. You'll go and you'll learn how to, differentiate some different of flowers. You'll know when it's bloom. You'll know which berries to eat. I mean, you'll learn so many different things. And then you're like, okay, this is what God wanted us to do. But back in the day, we talking about in the 1800s, before we got colonized in the 1890s, 1890 and beyond. But before, you knew because you was out there hunting and getting mushrooms, and looking at the herbs and looking at the you actually grew what you was going to eat. And we're full circle. I don't know about y'all. I don't know, but we're in 2023, and it's going to come back around. And look, right now I'm out here gardening. I'm gonna show a video later about my garden and little things that I'm doing. But it's like, man, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I had an incident yesterday. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. It's kind of embarrassing. This incident yesterday. I'm in there doing, getting the trash can, doing everything, and I saw a black widow spider. I said, "What the hell?" I wasn't really scared at first until everybody said, "Oh shoot!" When I went to look for stuff to kill it, because where am I gonna let it out? Where am I gonna let it in the wild? Hell no! I'm in a city country. I know that makes sense, but I'm in a city country. I'm like within the city limits, and they fighting between the lines of which county. Well, not really. Yeah, no, yeah. Which how you say that? Which, not the county, but which city I'm in. It's like it's a fight between, if it's Hope Mills or Fayetteville, and you like But anyway, I wasn't gonna let that damn black widow spider just run. It's bad enough we got these copperhead snakes, and I'm like, so I had to go find some stuff to kill it. And I'm like, whoa, I don't know anything about that. And I know from being in the country, from doing a video about maybe a year or two ago, and I was in the country in Maryland, and I was going around helping clean and wet, cleaning the weeds. And I remember seeing a black widow spider, and we out there my friend was out there barefooted. I was like, you need to put some shoes on. And she went and got some herbs and started spraying. And I'm like, is that going to work? I had to think about it. I said, is that going to work, to get rid of it? I'm like, we need to kill it. We need to kill. I know you're like, but wait, you don't need to be killing these natural. Well, that don't need to be here, or especially in my area. And I know you're like, you don't know how many's around there, but still, with us learning how to garden, with us learning how to go back to what we really forgot, and just think, back into nature with God's work, where we need to be, we need to know how to, when we come upon, how to react. Because I don't know if you realize it, but knowing how to identify and how to go and scrounge and get your own food, that's what we're going back to. And a lot of us, it's like, man, I don't want to do that. Well, what you're going to do if there is another, because I know y'all remember back on videos, like I want to say about maybe 2020, the end of 2020, 2021, when we were still locked down. And I'm like, it's going to be a third wave because the second wave already came. I don't know about y'all, but the second wave, it's like, we always say, hey, is it going to be another shutdown? It's going to be another shutdown. Well, we keep playing God, all this, all this other stuff. Man, y'all playing with it's like y'all playing with the wrong things. And I know it's what we talking about detoxification, but I'm gonna get back to detoxification. But it's like we're playing the wrong thing, and we gotta, really look at, what we're doing. We gotta really look at what we're doing and how we doing it, because soon we're gonna just be eating what we grow. That's what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna eating what we grow, because I wonder how many of you would go out there and kill a hog. How many would go out there and kill a pig? I know it would be where it had to be like do or die, just like them talking about, would you eat a cockroach? And I'm like, yeah, that that is that is like way, way where it's the last straw. I'm gonna be honest, that's where's the last straw, to where I didn't eat in maybe 6 months. I know I'm exaggerating, but that's just this thing that we have to look at. But soon we're gonna have to learn how to do all the stuff like we did before we got colonized and all these grocery stores started popping up. Y'all know how it's grocery store after this convenience after this. We so convenient. We so bougie that we don't even know how to go out there and kill something. Because like, I know y'all like going fishing. I know a lot of people like going fishing. But when you go out there and get that fish and you start seeing maggots in there, what you gonna be doing? You're like, I ain't eating that. Y'all gonna start seeing your fish with maggots. It's bad enough the fish is not printed, but they were showing this guy, he was printing fish. But anyway, y'all gonna start seeing fish that you're gonna be like, what? You're gonna start doing that. But like what I was saying on the podcast, I was saying for those who like chitlins, for those who had, because I'm gonna tell you, I used to like beef tripe. I never had chitlins until I realized that they were saying there's chitlins on the hot dog, and I was like, I'm glad y'all told me this after I stopped eating hot dogs. But I had to think about that. Anyway, fam, I was thinking, for those who eat chitlins, I imagine killing a pig. You know what I'm saying? Wringing his neck, knocking, whatever you're gonna do, and how you say, de-blooding it, or running the blood out and cutting it. And then when you go in there and pull, you be like, I ain't eating this. I already know. Y'all, you're gonna be like, I'm not gonna eat this. But that's why y'all be like, oh no, we gotta bitch because Uncle Buck and this person, they'll do it. And I'm like, well, what about you? When you gonna do it? Because it's gonna come a time. It's gonna come a time that you're gonna be like, it's either that animal or these mushrooms. You know what I'm saying? But then again, let's learn how to eat mushrooms. Let's learn how to do this. But I'm just saying, for those of you who eat all this meat, imagine if you had to kill that animal and get your very special parts. So you be like rump roast and the oxtails. When you see where it comes from and which part of the animal, you're gonna be like, and why are we eating meat? I know it sounds crazy, but I know that's what we talking about, God and detoxification. But anyway, you ain't gonna be doing. I'm just saying, there's a lot of things we're not gonna be doing. A lot of things we're not gonna be doing. Because we're gonna be like, man, am I playing God? Because then you're going to realize the true value of your body, and you're going to realize how healthy you're not from the things that you choose to eat. And then you're going to start learning more. You're going to start, things are just going to start facing you. You're going to be like, wait, I'm not pooping. I'm not this. My body got this. My body got this. I'm doing this. You're going to realize so many different things. You're going to be like, wait a minute. I did hear from Viola. Viola said this, she said that, she's talking about this. And I'm like, man, it's like a lot of things we just got to have common sense. A lot of things we just have the common sense to realize, going back to talking to about the body, we have to realize what we actually doing to our bodies and what we stop. Because when we eat so much, and I mean so much, and then our body's like going acidosis, or our body's going more alkaline instead of being balanced, you're gonna be like, wait a minute. And you're gonna start picking up these books and reading. You're gonna be like, wait, it just said that we should not eat meat. And you're gonna be like, and it says this and it says that, and you're gonna be like, wait a minute, but I learned this, I learned that. And that's what's gonna come back down to, because we've been lied to like so much, to get us off our game, to get us to, not know ourselves. And I know I talked about this before, but it's like we sit here and we know that there's a higher power for those who believe it, because I know I believe in God, and this is not a godly show, but it's more of, sometimes we have to realize when we're playing God, when we're not, because we already know, the gatekeepers and them guys, they playing with God, you already know that. That's common sense. We already know that that's what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? And then we get the repercussions and all this other stuff, but we still got to pivot and clean our own water, grow our own food, make our own clothes, go out here and learn how to not have a bill every 30 days. Go out here and realize, yeah, let's unplug, let's go here, let's get the village on one accord, to where we all, saving our coins by, you got the cucumbers, you got the pineapple, you got the lemons, you got the apples, going here and get the community to barter, have our stuff like on a curve or right by the mailbox and say, leave an apple, take a plum, or leave a banana. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know, y'all be like, we go out here and get our meals. So I was looking, because I'm a movie fanatic. I'm a movie fanatic. And I was looking at different movies, and you notice how mom, when she would go out, she would get a meal every day. You'd be like, all right, what we having tonight? And then dad go to work. And then you looking at the meal, and it's like, okay, mom went every day shopping, because there was no ice box. Then it became an ice box, then it became this. And I'm like, then we became glutton. Now we got a kitchen full of food that we're using a credit card, and we swiping the credit card, and we eating stuff that's not letting our body detoxify. We eating everything that has all these different names, and all these different names. Let's just pretend this is our medicine or canned goods. You like all this different stuff, and it's like, well, which one is not good? And you be like, damn near all of it. You be like, I ain't eating that. You know what I'm saying? Because look, well, my issue when I found out that I couldn't have stuff with preservatives, and you be like, oh, you your body like don't like preservatives. None of y'all bodies like preservatives. Y'all just don't realize it. But none of, and look, I did not say that you should never ever eat preservatives or whatever. But we wasn't really meant to eat all these preservatives, because what is it preserving? Can your liver take care of it? Can your liver? Because we be messing up our blood, our liver. We don't think about none of our organs. We don't think about none of our organs at all. At all. Because your body detoxify. Your body heals itself. And because we go out here and just be enjoying like I did. I was just enjoying and kept enjoying myself up until I'm 50, in my 50s. And I'm like, what? Anyway, I was like, I need to do something about this. You know what I'm saying? You go to the doctor, you thinking the doctor's right. Because I got to share a story. And it's pretty. Let me see what time it is, because past a certain point, no one watches the videos. I'm gonna just say it. It's live, and we talking, we fam. I appreciate you guys. I don't care if you go tell my business, because it's already out there. It's already out there in public. But I had a hysterectomy way back in 2009, right? 2009, because I didn't really know anything about fibroids and endometriosis. And I'm like, man, maybe I got a claim to go claim about these perms. But anyway, but I had a hysterectomy way back then, fam. And then I'm like, man. So I have a hysterectomy. So fast forward to 2022. 2022. Now, mind you, in 2015, I retired. I was retired from the Army, and it was more of, you get your medical records, and some things are missing. Some things are missing, and my surgery is missing out of my medical records, right? So, but when you go see your provider, they got everything. They got everything. They can print you out a copy, right? But I'm in there, and y'all know us women, we get this pap, this thing called a pap. We're gonna get this pap, and because I had a hysterectomy, you like, wait a minute, do I need to do this every year? And I go, no, since you got it, you do it every other year, or every 3 years. So I was like, cool, do it every 3 years. And mind you, that's when you have a cervix. Well, they told me I had a cervix because I had a partial hysterectomy. And then I'm like getting these paps, and found out I had a full hysterectomy and didn't have a cervix. So I was very, very upset with my primary care provider, and I pretty much, wrong as all get out. I had to say some choice words, because I was like, you lying to me. We doing this procedure that I never needed to ever have. You know what I'm saying? Because, you go in for one thing because something happens, and, you're like, I don't supposed to, have a cycle. And, this is all TMI. I had a cycle, and I'm like, what is in the world? But anyway, she's been giving me a pap, and I never needed to have the pap. And I'm like, I know it's TMI, but stuff like that makes you, dislike certain communities. I know I'm an herbalist, but it just makes you look at people more of, well, dang, are you playing God? And, you see something in there, you just want to go down there, but I know I'm being silly. Let me bring it down. But anyway, it just gave me a bad taste. And I'm like, it just, just makes me feel like, man, I'm gonna just keep reading. And look, I'm not telling y'all don't go see a medical doctor, because y'all already seen that in that video that I showed, that I went because I was like having a pain, and I know I want to make sure my kidneys are right. I want to make sure, my urethra, I want to make sure that I don't have a urinary tract infection. I didn't want to have none of that stuff. So I go and get checked, because they have access to take your blood and check it. I don't have stuff like that. So I go see them, so that I don't think, because I'm talking crap now, that y'all don't go see a provider. But anyway, I went in there, and it led to me making a complaint. The complaint was, lodged, because that was after, I went to see the emergency room doctor, and went to speak to my ombudsman. After speaking to the ombudsman, my primary care provider, who's supposed to be taking care of me and, really taking care of me, didn't take care of me right. And I don't want to say her name, put her out there, but if y'all got her, leave and don't go ever her again, because she don't have anything to say to me but apologize. Until I get that apology, I will maybe see her, but not for medical. Maybe like, hey girl, how you doing? Because she ain't my sister, but she's a human being. She just ain't got no room at my table. I know I'm cutting up. And anyway, um I'm going off. But anyway, I spoke to another provider, and another provider sat down and spoke with me and told me exactly what was going on, told me the whole procedure. And I'm like, I appreciate that, because this was my primary care provider. They have all the information, and you would wish that they would do what they need to do, because I'm taking care of my body from what I think that's in there, right? So if you know what's in there, you know how to take care of yourself because you know you're learning, you're studying, you're taking different herbs, you're taking different teas, you're doing different tinctures, you know, I'm doing different things. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, wait, because I don't have what to who, you know, all I just discourage you even more because aren't y'all tired of being lied to? I don't know about y'all, but I'm tired of being lied to. And I'd rather just know the truth. A lot of us like truth hurts and the truth is this and the truth is that. Yeah. Yeah. Some of us rather have the truth. Some of us rather have the truth than all these lies and all these different things because then we know how to prepare, to pivot, know how to maneuver, you know, but you know, they still want to keep us blind, dumb, and that's why I just try to talk common sense. And I'm not trying to say I'm this all holy roller, but I know God created our bodies to heal itself. God created our bodies doing this detoxification because with our body, your body go through this detoxification process, and a lot of us stop the detoxification process from doing things that the body doesn't want. Our body blood needs to be clean, but we don't know how. And that's when you go back and you see somebody. You see somebody because you want to know how to clean your blood. You call me, I'm gonna teach you how to clean your blood. Y'all notice I don't go on here and spew all these different herbs because I do not know you and I do not want you taking something that's gonna hurt you. That's why I don't come over here and say, I'm a specialist. This you go to, I don't be doing all that. I don't do all that because I like I said, I don't know you. And listen, we have to realize that our health is our responsibility at age 18. Yeah, I know by the time you 12, even 10 years old, you be like, I ain't eating that. Even look, my grandbaby is 18 months. And she even know I don't like meat. You know, she be like, she kind of threw up on my mom the other day because she didn't like meat. And my mom was like, wait. Rain don't like meat. Rain, everybody always like, ugh, Rain like viola. And I'm like, y'all sound so stupid. I'm gonna go ahead and say, I said, y'all sound so stupid. Talking about the baby don't like meat. Once you get the child, when they get of age, I want to say all this other crazy crap. Once you give the child at a certain age whether they should eat meat, whether they should eat certain things, we don't do that. But anyway, they all like, Viola, they act like you. They do this, they do that. And I laugh. I'm like, well, good, because I want them, you know, I don't want them to have the pain. I want their bodies to go through a detoxification process. I want their body to do what it needs to do to get rid of stuff. And that's why we give you guys herbs if you come see us. That's why we show you what to do, how to do, what time of day, how to take it. We sit down and give you a regimen. We sit down and do our best to give you a regimen, but you got to come with the truth. Because a lot of us, we go and we take these herbs and then we go still think we can have a Big Mac, we can have a smoothie with the wrong milk. Like, how you gonna have how you gonna do a parasite cleanse but you drinking dairy milk? How you gonna do a parasite cleanse, right? But you eating the yogurt, you know what I'm saying? The yogurt that has the dairy in there. Hear me out, family. That has the dairy in there that's feeding the parasites. You know, how can we go and say we want to heal and get better, but you eat the very thing that's making you sick? That's why I always say you're 100% responsible for everything you do after 18. As children, we can voice our opinions and tell our parents what we don't like, what we do like. But what child you ever heard say, I don't like fruit and I don't eat this fruit and I don't eat this? That fruit is candy. I don't know about y'all, but fruit is the most delicious sugar that I mean, I love mango. I would eat mango green, overripe, too ripe. I love mango. Same thing. Like before, I didn't like the avocado. Now I'll eat an avocado whole. A lot of stuff like if we show our children the correct things and teach them the truth, because we look, why, like I said, I'm trying getting tired of being lied to. If we get tired of lying to, why we lie to our children? Why we keep repeating the cycle, repeating the cycle, repeating the cycle? That's why we repeat the sickness and repeat the sickness and repeat the sickness. We already know why they repeating the sickness, but we got our children. When we just show them right, we play God and stop the detoxification. process by doing the exact thing that why your body's detoxing in the first place. Your body's detoxing in the first place because you gave it to something that the body don't need. We need to give the body something that the body can digest, absorb, consume. A lot of us, like, who knew that rice had the plastic in it? We didn't realize rice had plastic in it until somebody took a step further and went and put the rice in something to realize, hey, yo, not all of this is rice. Some of it's plastic petals. Pebbles. Be like, what in the world? Just like eating cereal. You be like, oh, that's fortified. That's what you get vitamin D. And I'm like, are you really getting vitamin D and your irons and minerals from the cereal? Are you? You know what I'm saying? Like maybe back in the day, and I look at my parents. My parents are still alive and well today, but are they well? That WELL, do they not have something? You know what I'm saying? Only reason why they're here, and because if you look at my like age group, or when we was born in the 60s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, a lot of them are dying off. You know what I'm saying? But then we wonder when they was born in the 30s, 40s, and 50s, that's because the food was different. Their immune system is stronger because they were more breastfed than this formula that we have now that's supposed to be convenient because the mother's at work and this is this and this. Like, man, it's coming full circle. I don't know if y'all know it come full circle because y'all playing God and y'all stopping God's work. You need to stop God's work and let God do his work. And I know it's like y'all saying y'all know. Y'all can put whatever word in there, the creator. Stop playing, stop, doing his work. Let the body detox. Let the body detox. Fast, cleanse, poop, and urinate. Sweat, sleep, all that stuff. We don't do that. A lot of us is not even hydrating enough. And we hydrating on the wrong stuff. You can't hydrate on pure, plain water. You can't. You just flushing stuff down, and the body's like, wait, now you took the herb. Do you know the herbs is so smart? The herbs, I'm trying to tell you. You probably say, well, let me take, let me take some burdock root or some olive leaf, or let me take some Sagia Sagrati. I know I can't say that word. Let me take some Seneca. Let me take, some plantain or some cleavers leaf. Like you be like, okay, but let me poop. Do you know if there's other issues that the herbs are so smart that it goes in there and it like correct the worst issue first? If that makes any sense, it corrects, because I'm gonna tell you, remember, the herbs is going in your mouth. Whether you're taking a tincture, tinctures go right through you to your blood cells. But when you take the capsules, of course, it's going down, and it has to melt its way, go through the process, go in there, killing parasites in your intestines. Going in, especially reach your colon. But anyway, it goes in there, and by the time it's absorbed, it's taking care of your liver. It's going in cleaning the blood. It's going in there and strengthening your B cells and your T cells so they learn to be fighters. And go in there and, what I'm saying, get them, I can't really say infections, but getting them toxins, poisons, and stuff like that. Like, a lot of y'all need a chelator. A lot of y'all need that chlorophyll, but you don't want the chlorophyll because you're like, I don't like the vegetables. Why you don't like the vegetables? You're like, why you don't like vegetables? What's the main reason why you like the vegetables? Maybe it's the person that cooked it. You know what I'm saying? Look, if you the cook, I'm sorry. If you the cook, I'm sorry. But it's a lot of times, we don't know how to cook. We don't know how to cook. That's why I like, eat raw. You're like, I ain't eating raw. Why not? Why not? That's the most purest and the best you can ever do. That's how I got my bladder corrected faster, because I ate raw. And I mean, y'all just don't get it. Y'all eat raw. And I ain't saying go out to eat raw meat. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, I would never eat raw meat unless hell froze over. Heaven came down. Y'all know I'm gonna be silly. Heaven came down, and that's all we had was meat, because everything, ain't gonna never be like that. Hell freezing over, it's probably froze over right now. But anyway, well, I mean, and it's like it's going. that way to where, you know what I'm saying, animals are going to overrun us. They be like, I told you not to eat us, you know. I'm clowning. I'm clowning. But look, anybody got any questions? Anybody got any questions? Because I know I'm cutting up because a lot of us, we stop. And I'm going to go ahead and say it. I know we on here. A lot of us go and stop the detoxification process. Your body is purging. Your body's snot's moving, you know, running out your nose. You coughing, you hacking. You can't get it up. Mullein leaf. I'm going to throw it out there. And you got some mullein. You got some mullein, man. You got some mullein leaf to get all that mucus and all that stagnation. Make sure you hydrating. You know, throw a little cayenne pepper in there. You know, I got purple sage, healthy living cayenne pepper. Y'all know I'm going to show you. I told you I got it. I told look at Mama D. Put that in there, add some turmeric in there, squeeze your lime and drink it with some water. If you want sweetness, sweeten it with some Manuka honey. But make sure you stir it up real good and drink it. Get all that stagnation out. And sit you some, you know, mullein leaf tea and just drink it. And let all that detoxification come out even more. Because you know that's what's going to do. Because a lot of us are so full of poop. And y'all know what I want to say, that sugar honey iced tea. We're so full of that poop that this top here is not moving. But if you get your, you know, eucalyptus and put it in the diffuser and breathe on that and go in and put in your shower and let the steam go and you get the, you know, you get your tea, your herbal teas and be drinking it, the mullein leaf and drinking it. And then this is going to clear out, or you can steam it. You know, get the steam, let this clear out, you know, go on a trampoline and jump up and down. Yeah, I know I was on a trampoline this morning. I was on a trampoline early this morning. But anyway, get that stagnation out that's up here. Because a lot of us, we just like, I'm fine. Yeah, be like, I'm fine. You're not fine. You know why you're not fine? Because you're not pooping and you're not letting it out. And you're not letting the detoxification happen because we're running, going to get some stuff that we don't know what to do. Not this stuff. Yeah, I know the woman's vitamins on point, but anyway, we going to get stuff that we don't know how to take, and we just say, "Oh, I'm gonna take this lax," you know, the lax. I'm not. I was gonna say I can't even say the word. Anyway, Seneca, y'all take that to get the tea, help you poop, but you know, good laxative. But make sure that you don't have no other issues. Support at Very Wise Alternatives and make sure you don't have no other issues because that will help you go. It'll help you go. But we take stuff that's stopping us from, you know, letting the mucus come out. Because like, oh, I got a cough. You're suppressing the cough and then you're leaving that phlegm down in there. And then the phlegm gets harder and get caked. Same thing like when people have heart attacks, like, oh, he was in good health. How are you in good health and you eating meat every meal? You know what I'm saying? And then you're like, well, how did they have a heart attack? They ate well. You're like, yeah, you ate well. Eating well and eating well is two totally different things. Y'all eating well because you got a lot of money, you know, honey. You got a lot. That's eating well because you're eating the prime ribs, the prime this. No, eating well is eating raw. You're eating some fruits and vegetables because there's two things about eating well. Eating well. Everybody always come, well, I eat well. I'm like, let me come to your house and see how you eat well. And then you have all these different combinations wrong. Nobody wants to discuss this combination chart. You're like, oh, who? I talk about that all the time just so I can see how many people know about the combination chart. They're like, it'd be like one person that come out the whole day in my store. They'll say, yes, I do know about the combination. Everybody else like, nah, I never heard of it. What? You like, man, that's what we should be learning in school, how to combine our foods. How to combine our foods and how to go in there and put some stuff together. Because grandma knew, granddaddy knew, you know, way back in the 1800s. When this place was ours, we knew. So, you know, we could go on and on and on and on. We knew. But like I said, we stopped the detoxification process and play God because we run and go get something that has nothing to do with what's really going on with your body. And you were like, wait, I thought I was doing right, but did they clean your blood? Did they ask you if you had the vitamin or mineral deficiency. You be like, okay, everybody always talking about that vitamin D3. And I'd be like, is that the only thing you're missing? Well, the doctor did say magnesium. They did say iron. They did. And you be like, but they only gave you the D3. They only gave you the D3. You be like, what? They only gave you the D3. And you be like, wait a minute. What? I'm missing? No wonder my blood. No wonder low bone. No wonder how y'all say that word? Osteoporosis. No wonder my hips is fragile and my bones. And you be like, man, I got dirty blood. You got dirty blood, and y'all don't even care. Because I didn't even know I had dirty blood. I'm like, how my blood get dirty? You're like, I ain't eating dirt. I'd be like, I ain't eating dirt time. But I did have dirt as a child because we ate the mud pies when we went to North Carolina at grandma's house. Y'all remember that? Y'all go down south and y'all be playing and you be putting stuff in the mouth and they dare you to eat it. Man, look. You be like, okay, that's how my blood dirty. No. Y'all going to eat all that fast food and your combination's wrong. So when it goes to your stomach, something ferments faster than the other, and then the other thing is in there slowly. So something in there turns into parasites. You're like, it do? Turns to the parasites, and your body knows what to do. Your body knows what to do. That's why God made the sun. Didn't he make the sun? Y'all read the Bible. I don't have a Bible, but y'all pretend this is the Bible. You be like, let me go read in the first, right there in the first chapter. It said God created the sun, right? Y'all know I'm cutting up. I'm gonna stop. But we can't keep playing God. We can't keep playing God. You know what I'm saying? He's the higher power, but we doubt him because we like, oh, I feel a pain. Then you go and get what you think is wrong, but they get it right, tell you what's wrong, and then the next step is where we mess up. And that's why I'm not supposed to did the video, but this is part of the video. That's why I said let me do this part of the video. So the next step is what you do after. The worst thing you can do is go ahead and keep eating the exact same thing. The absolute worst. How are you going to get better if you're eating the exact same thing? And I know it tastes good. I know. But so this is this from the last video. The last thing is what we do wrong is we eat the wrong thing. We go and eat the wrong thing. But y'all have me support at Verywisealternatives.com. I'll tell you exactly what you need to do. But y'all already know I'm telling you what to do if you've been following my videos. If you've been following my videos and looking at videos with, my teachers, you know what I'm saying? You look at my classmates, y'all go and look at the videos. We tell you exactly what to do. We tell y'all, you know what I'm saying? Are you out there in the sun? When was the last time you took your shoes off and went out in the soil, went out in the dirt, in the grass? When? You know what I'm saying? A lot of us don't realize that is part of the healing process. When the last time you actually sweat? Sometimes I don't. So I knew I was a hard person to sweat because I'm going to tell you this. I didn't realize that I would get boils, but didn't know what they was coming from. And I'm like, So I already know when I get a boil, the main thing you need to do is go sweat. So I would go in the sauna. And I was in the military. They got saunas all over the place. I would go in there and go in the sauna. I would go in there and go in the ocean. I mean, you find ways. But now, as I'm this age, now I just bought me a little personal sauna. I didn't go out for like 3 weeks. So, I didn't go to the movies anymore. I had the $5 movies on Tuesday. And I bought me a little personal sauna from Walmart for $99. It's the one that you go when you stick your head out. But look, fam, I take it and I stick my head, you know what I'm saying? I pull a thing up and I have it like here. And sometimes I do it here where I'm covering, I'm not covering my nose, but sometimes I'll just put my head all in there and sitting there for about a minute. I would count and I would just be in there. Shoot. I don't know about you, but I get my sweat on because I am not stopping what God has our body doing. I'm not stopping the detoxification process. I'm going to keep on. I'm going to wake up in the morning. I'm going to go ahead and stretch, go to the bathroom, get my little stretch on. relieve myself, and take some cayenne pepper, put some in the water, and drink it. Other times I did cucumbers. Other times I did watermelon. Other times I did coconut. But if you have any issues with those, come on, fam. You know the biggest thing that I realized. I know this should be a second video. This should be a second video, but I decided to talk about it now. Isn't it the worst thing that everybody's always trying to prove you wrong? And I'm like, everybody's so worried about proving you wrong. What about what's right? What about the stuff that's really working? You know what I'm saying? What about the stuff? I know y'all can talk about that in the chat. What about the stuff that's really working? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we need to just sit and think about it. A lot of us don't want to meditate because we don't want to be in our own private thoughts. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we need to be, in our own private thoughts. Is just sit back and be like, and don't breathe through your mouth. You know, like I was telling in the video, breathe through your nose. I don't even care if your nose is stuffed up. Go in there and do the dragon and blow the nose out and breathe through the nose. You know, breathe out. Just sit and think. You're gonna get a whole lot of stuff coming to you. Be sitting and think. You be like, man, I should have did this. I did that. Maybe this, and write stuff down. Sometimes you need to process a little bit, but have your a little notebook and write stuff down, or get a book and read. Because I'm gonna tell you, that reading is stimulating your brain. You starting to see things that's hidden from us. You know, it depends on what the book is. Depends on what the book is. You be like, oh, I knew it. And let me tell you, your memories start coming back because everything is inside. Everything is inside. You know, because everybody trying to prove somebody wrong. Everybody like this. Oh, I give you $1,000,000. I give you $1,000,000. I'm gonna tell you, if you like, I'm not even gonna say $1,000,000. I'll say $100. I said $100 because a lot of people, we always want to prove each other wrong. You know what I'm saying? Tell me y'all don't stop the detoxification process when y'all go in there and eat all that Tylenol. You know, at some points you do need the Tylenol. I'm gonna be honest. At some points, like, you know, when they did get sick with the flu, like, I just gotta get some Tylenol. That's okay, because sometimes you need a little science when you get with the herbal from what's going on with us. You know, with this playing God. I'll just say they playing God and here mixing and being immoral and not worrying about their moral compass because they playing God. But anyway, but we $100. I tell y'all play God when y'all go stop the detoxification process, and you don't let your body just do what it needs to do, because your body already knows what to do. It's just what we do next. I got this dress on. I'm trying to make sure I'm straight. But anyway, we do stop the detoxification process when we do certain things, like not being hydrated. Not being hydrated. Let me see what time. Okay, so we're almost at an hour, but we're not being hydrated. We're not. And y'all know I've been talking about hydration and living water for the longest. For the longest. You know what I'm saying? And hey BJ, how you doing? Appreciate you. But we stop the healing process because of why? Because sometimes we like that word fear, that scared. I'm like, what are you scared of? You scared of it working? You know what I'm saying? Like, we're always trying to prove and like, I don't want to listen to that girl because of the color of her skin and she cut her hair nappy. Y'all better stop worrying about the messenger and listen to the message. It's the message is what we need to look at. The message. Because a lot of us are playing God when the message is right there. We're telling you that the body heals itself in the right condition, in the right environment. But we miss the right environment and saying, well, I don't like what she looked. Her hair, her this, her teeth. Or she thinks she did. And you be like, shut up and listen to the message and follow the words. Follow the message. If you need to take some cayenne pepper, because that kidneys and your adrenal glands are clogged, best thing. Your arteries are clogged. Let me say, because study shows cayenne pepper. Y'all need to stop playing. I need to stop playing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm promoting somebody else's product. It's my girl. It's my girl. It's my girl. Yeah. I know I got the women's vitamins and men's vitamins now. I had to go ahead and do that. I had to go ahead and do that. I just said no because I got tired of people saying, "Well, where do I need to go?" Now I got my own. I got my own, so I just make sure that I say that because a lot of people will be like, "Man, you didn't tell me which ones," because it's so hurtful. I mean, it's so hurtful as a herbalist sitting down speaking to people and they're not taking all of their vitamins. They're not getting all of their minerals. Hear me out. You're not getting all. Then you see why Dr. Sebi was able to do what he's able to do. Bottom line, he was able to do what he was able to do because bottom line, we was missing just that basic. That basic. You know what I'm saying? Because we was eating way too much meat. We was taking way too much uric acid. We was eating way too much dairy. Because who don't like cheese? What? I used to eat cheese like my daughter. She got it from me. She got it from me because I was like, you put a little cheese on it. You know what I'm saying? Because you know how we taking care of kids and we're like, well, let me add some cheese. They'll eat it more. Because look, who all eat the broccoli and got to squeeze all that cheese on there? And then sometimes we eat more cheese than the broccoli. So how are they getting the vegetables if we squeezing cheese on it? Squeezing all the wrong butter. You know what I'm saying? Filling their little arteries in their bodies with all this grease. And we're making them pre-diabetic and pre-high blood pressure. You don't think that? Your high cholesterol is in there because it's going there doing a job because of what we ate. And that high cholesterol is going there to cool stuff off and to bring you down. But we don't realize that. We don't realize some of the things that your body's doing. You know, especially when your kidneys is in there trying to do as best as can to filter the blood. And then it gives a signal to the heart to pump harder, to pump. You know what I'm saying? Because that dial be like trying to work. That dial be like boom, 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 boom. And listen, when I say we playing God, think about all the auto, or your organs on auto. You're on autopilot. It's on autopilot, but it's a hiccup. You know what I'm saying? Like a car. We so quick to know when the car engine light on. But how we know when our engine light on? We don't know when our engine lights on. We don't. We really don't know when our engine lights on until your body's in the detoxification process and it's trying to do the best it can. But it's like, okay, my heart is skipping the beat. You know what I mean? I get this pain. You got a pain in your arm because the blood clot. You be like, well, how did I get a blood clot? You be like, what? You don't know how you got a blood clot. Okay, so how much meat you eat, how much dairy, how much stuff you putting on your body, what kind of lotion, powder, deodorant, how much makeup you got on? Did you read all of the preservatives and all the chemicals is in there? What's your rice? What kind of rice you eat? Are you eating the black rice? You know, you got to ask yourself these questions. And you be like, well, what do my lotion, my perfume got to do with my body? You be like, what? I'd be like, did you just ask me because you got makeup on, you got weave, and you got the chemicals? You don't know that affects your body? You be like, nah, my mama didn't tell me. Well, sometimes your mama don't know everything. Sometimes our daddies don't know everything. But sometimes we sneak and go do stuff like when we smoke weed. Y'all go smoke and do something. Y'all go do something. But you didn't clear with your mama. You didn't clear with the person that was in charge of it. And we go and do grown things, and then we don't realize the grown up issues that we have. Your body can take for so much. Our body is so simple, but we made all these gourmets and eating well. You know, it's two ways of eating well. You eating well because you got the big bucks, so you can eat the prime to this. But if you realize when you go look at the billionaires and what they eat, they ain't eating all the stuff you think they eating. They probably eating a prime rib maybe once a month. You know what I'm saying? But think about this, fam. Think about this. Y'all probably never thought about this. Y'all probably never thought about this. How did we really find out about the colonic machines? How did we know that we can go and get something rammed up our butt? And it ain't rammed up your butt because you place it in there. How I know? Because I went and did mine and I know I gotta do that video. But don't y'all notice that all these spas and all with the wealthy, and they probably got one in their house. Just like they got a doctor on call. I know when you wealthy, you got a doctor on call. Yo, bruh, y'all playing tennis and y'all playing Yahtzee and playing card games and playing golf. You be like, what's the latest stuff? You know, they get that information. They get that information. Then they ones with the water machines that come out the air and it produces water. They have all that luxury. They have the well. You know what I'm saying? They have the colonic machines in their house with the water. They have all that. Yeah, how I know? Well, y'all don't know, right? Because if you go to your houses, you'll see all that in their house. You see the maids cleaning, taking care of the kids. You see all that. They got the colonic machine. They got the steamer. They got the sauna. They have all that because they sweat. They get in the sun. They getting their colon cleaned out. Come on, we got to really think about this. You know what I'm saying? They not stopping the detoxification process because they not eating all the stuff that we're eating. We think that they're doing that stuff. That's the issue. We think, but they already know. They already know. They already know. But I just want to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? They getting their sleep because they got the nice plush bed. They can put down and stop the noise, or they can put the dome and see the stars, and they can see all this stuff, and they can have the wilderness because they can go to their summer house, their winter house. They can go all that. They can go to the log cabin, get the trees, and smell all this good air, have the expensive, because y'all know this air purifying thing. I got this thing because I was like, one COVID, but anyway, to wear around. It's on, but you don't even hear it. But the air purifier, they got all these air purifier. They got like, y'all ever see the house where you go in each house, they got the air purifier in there. You turn on to however you do it, right? These smart homes, and then they got these vacuum cleaners that come in sweet, and you be like, "What's that?" You think it's a dog, and it's not. And then they got this system where they got they have it where you just hook the hose up to it, and in each room, you can just vacuum, and the thing just go out the system, go through the system and go in the trash can or go into the compactor. They have all that. They have all that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you be wondering how they get healthy and why they not sick, because they have all that. And I know I'm rambling, but they know not to stop the detoxification process. They already know that. It's just that we don't know. We don't know because we're trying to compete and we don't get to know all the answers. But then you don't have me to sit here and run my mouth because a lot of stuff we got to look at common sense and eating well and eating well. You know what I'm saying? Not well because you got all this money and you could just eat this gluttony, but I'm talking about eating well, where it's more fruits and vegetables, there's fresh herbs, there's fresh raw foods that they're eating and enjoying. So, but anybody have any questions? Because I am running my mouth, and I just wanted to make sure I come on live and I speak with you guys. But anybody have any questions? Hey BJ, how you doing? I really appreciate you guys. Oh yes. So I'm gonna keep looking, but I really appreciate you guys, and I want to come on because a lot of things that is coming about, and like I said, the numbers are going up. And it's not really here to frighten anybody, but it's like if you watch TikTok, I'm gonna go ahead and say watch TikTok. It's like you already knew that they was gonna try to do something from, with the money issue, with what's going on in Hawaii, what's going on in California, what's going on in Canada, and all these other different issues that's going around. And if you notice, it's like around the border. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes we have to really open our eyes and look at stuff for ourselves because, you know, just have stuff prepped. Go back and get books that's going to teach you how to do stuff basic. I know you got all this technology, but you still want to learn how to do basic, like how to cut wood. A lot of people don't know how to cut wood. I had to learn. You know what I'm saying? Am I an expert? No. But if I need to cut some wood, I'm going to cut some wood. If I know how to go out there and shoot a weapon, I'm going to shoot a weapon. I know how to go out there and clean water, I'm going to clean water. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of things that we need to do. And I know they tell me a lot of stuff's illegal and all this other stuff, but sometimes we just got to put common sense where it is. Because what happened in the 1890s is coming back around. We're going to be living like the 1800s. You know what I'm saying? We got these little pretty little houses and pretty little apartments and pretty little places that we live in. but she's got to get back to the basics. You know what I'm saying? By learning how to sew, learning how to do different things, we really need to go back and really look at that. So just make sure you still, like I have lard. I do have lard in my house. I have lard. So when my candles run out, hold on. Like when these candles run out, I can stick the candle right in that lard and continue burning and have me some light. I don't know about y'all, but I have my candles and I just make sure that I have it. But I don't really have too much. I know they're playing God out here, and I know you're like, well, what's she talking about playing God? We need to stop. We need to stop. And what this video really is we are playing God at the wrong damn time. At the wrong time. We do. We do. When you're acting, if you're an actress, you can do that. If you're an actor, you know what I'm saying? Let's do that. You know what I mean? But go and learn to do things your way, and you know what I'm saying? Because that's not our gifts. That's not our gifts. And this do stuff, how can I say? Like, karma is something. It's something. You know, things is being shifted and changed and all the other stuff. I'm going to end because I really don't want to say too much because that is not my lane. That is really not my lane, and you already see it for yourself with all the stuff that's going on. But I just want you to stop. Sometimes we have to, look at, like, if they ever say, like a cancer. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead and talk about that, like cancer, herpes, AIDS, and all that other stuff. But if you have to look at the bigger picture, and look at what is it saying to you. I had put a whole bunch of healing testimonies on my Facebook with one of the master herbalists, and they can tell you all the stuff that they did. You know what I'm saying? I can give you a guide and show you exactly what they did. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not the big wigs that have the chemists and all this other stuff. But when you learn and study, you see, which way you need to go. And it is no slight to me to lead you to another herbalist to make sure, because they have the more resources. They have more resources. Now I can give you the basics, but they have more resources. And you know, the bottom line, because we're here to get better, not to stop the detoxification process, because you want to continue the detoxification process so the body can rid what your body's trying to really expel. Because really, when you eat, you still got to take out the waste. A lot of us, we're letting the waste stay inside. Because we're letting the waste stay inside, that's when things get worse. Things get backed up. You wonder why your body's reacting. Your body's reacting because what you're stopping. You're stopping your body from doing exactly what it needs to do, what it knows how to do. And you're like, well, how do I stop it? You stopped it because of the stuff that you're taking. Whatever you took, either, through your arm, through your mouth, in every other hole you have to think about it. You have to really think, because a lot of us, we think we're doing right. And look, don't think it's bad to do a suppository. Just make sure your suppository is something all natural. You don't want to have a reaction. You know what I'm saying? You want it, because there's nothing wrong with suppository. Like I said, back in the day, in the 1800s, that's what they use. They rather clean you out because they know that's where you're stopping. Because we're not a bear. We don't need to compact and keep stuff inside. We're not a bear. You're not. And a lot of us, our bodies is more for the winter than the summer, spring, and fall, because we're eating like we're gonna, hibernate, and we're not bears. You know what I'm saying? We pack on these pounds and we think we're doing right, and we're not. We're not. We're actually hindering the body. We're hurting the body, and that's why you're not pooping and urinating. Then, like men and women, when we have issues down there, first thing we like, oh wait, this, and y'all not even thinking about your pituitary gland. You're not even thinking about your thymus, your hypothalamus gland. We don't think about those glands at all. And I know I'm not trying to repeat the video, but we need to think about our glands. We really need to think about our bodies in general. You know what I mean? We really do. We really need to just, sit back and have the common sense and appreciate what our body's doing, because our body know how to do it. Sometimes we give it too much. You know what I'm saying? We give it too much when sometimes it just needs a rest. We need to sit still and let it purge. But I would love for you to be sitting in the sun. I ain't said what time of day, but sit in the sun, even sitting there for 20 minutes. You're like, I'm a bake. No, you're not. No, you're not. Your body's going to be like, ooh, He or she is finally listening. It was that gal, it was that girl, it was that girl, herbalist Viola talking about her colon queen. That's who they listening to. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. Y'all better go in there and get in that sun, get back in nature. Your body's screaming to get back into nature. That's what your body's really screaming about. Because if you look at these Bible stories, it didn't say no big mansion. It didn't say nothing about that. It was all in nature. All in nature. But, we want to play God. And look, I know y'all grown. I know you're grown. But sometimes it's not about being grown. It's about looking at things and facing it and having discernment to say, well, maybe I do need to drink some more, juice. Get me a juicer and squeeze me some juice and don't combine it because I don't know what I'm combining. I don't know what I'm combining. So let me just do stuff simple. The body's simple. The body just wants some apples some days. The body just wants some, orange. It want a pear, want a plum. It wants some, apricots. The body just want a little something, something. You know what I'm saying? But we don't have to go and combine and put something together to eureka. Your body don't want that. Your body be like, okay, I'm gonna break it down and try to put it back together before I let your body absorb it. And your body be trying to tell you that, and we don't listen. We don't listen. We don't listen. We be like, I'm gonna take this. Is this a pill? And I'm gonna let the lax just come out, and you be like, wait, I didn't go. I didn't go. Why I didn't go? And then 6 hours later, you done crapped all over yourself because you didn't think it worked, and you went outside thinking you was grown and thinking you can hold it, and you can't. You can't. You can't. Our body is so brilliant. I'm gonna tell you, your body is so brilliant that you can be constipated, but it still will have diarrhea because it's the last ditch effort. It's let me push everything down. Let me create this. Your body knows what to do, and your body knows when you giving it too much and you stop. Y'all ever notice that? I'm gonna stop after I say this. You ever notice that your body will be so packed up that it be one little ball like in your colon, especially when you don't have a squatty potty. Your body is, you know, trying to push out this one ball, and then you so constipated, like I'm gonna wait. No, don't wait, and don't force it. Go get hydration. Get you some. If you got it, get you an apple. Squeeze the apple. Drink some apple juice. Get some pears. Get some prunes. Do that like an hour, 2 hours apart, or the pineapple and the cucumber. Juice those things and drink it. Drink that. This in the morning, this in the afternoon, this in the evening. You're gonna go. You're gonna go. It's all gonna be like whoo, and you're gonna be going. It's gonna clean you out. It ain't gonna clean you out all the way, but it's a start. It's a start because it's what you do in between time. It's what we do in between time that hurts us. A lot of us, we gotta hide the secrets. We gotta, go in here and we get this bad. We go in here and be like, we get some chips and we eating chips. I'm like, either be a husband or wife or girlfriend, whatever. You be like, you ain't eating nothing. No. And you be in there eating or you go sneak something. You ain't hurting nobody but yourself. The stuff that you do in the dark is going to come in the light because you're the light. You see, you're like, yeah, I got away. Did you really get away? Or did you cause your body to get septic? Did you cause your body to get, whatever's going back up? We actually hurting our bodies instead of just letting the detoxification, letting the body heals. Because look, you got God inside. You got God right here. But we miss that part and don't let it do what it needs to do. And I am not telling you never go see a doctor. I'm never telling you to go get answers and stuff from your provider. But what I'm saying is we are stopping the healing process. We're stopping our body from detoxification, spewing all the stuff out. We're stopping the healing process, really, because we thinking there's something else going on, and it's not. It's not. Your body put that cancer cell alone in a trash can, and all you gotta do is keep purging and listen to some music, some good frequency music. You know what I'm saying? Go in there, staying hydrated, go in there sweating, go in there exercising, go in there sleeping. You know what I'm saying? Smiling, being grateful, and let everything just come out because it will come out. It will come out. Only thing that happens is we stop it and let it stay up in there. What are we keeping it for? That's why I always wonder, what are you keeping it for? Why are you holding on to the poop? Do we think it's going to turn into gold? Do we think we're going to get a diamond? I don't know. Why are we trying to hold the poop instead of letting it out? Why we want this big wide, these big wide stomachs? You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people are, I just don't know how to do. You do know what to do. We have to back away from the breads. We have to back away, from the stuff that's filling us up. Like, are you trying to gain weight or you trying to lose weight? Which one is it? If you're sick, you know what I'm saying? The last thing we should be doing, that word sick meaning, I wasn't going to do that word, but your body's not sick, but you will make it worse because we're stopping. It's like we're stopping. We rather be the S, the I, the C, the K. We rather be that. We rather be that instead of, just letting your body do what it needs to do. Because your body is so brilliant. I keep telling you, you are powerful beyond measure. Your body is your body said that she doing it again. Your body be like, that gal got them parasites. And I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna tell her eat all them chips. I'm gonna tell her eat that whole bag of Skittles and a whole bag of Twizzlers and eat them little things that look like watermelon, but it ain't no watermelon. It's just sugar on top of sugar on top of sugar on top of sugar. Then you go get your peanut butter and jelly sandwich and you go eat egg with cheese. You throw some ham on there and you still think your body's detox. You be like, no, but I'm eating my meal. But what meal did you have? Sometimes your body said, can I just have an apple? Sometimes your body said, can I just have a pear? You know what I'm saying? If you want to get rid of something, and I mean get rid of something, sometimes you should go in there and get you some some activated charcoal. You need to go in there and get you a big dose of castor oil. I know y'all don't want to do it. I know. But I'm going to end now. If you guys don't have any other questions, because I see the chat stop. But look, I appreciate you guys. I know I went live super early, but it's best time to go live because the internet's working better. I don't know about y'all, but the internet's working better. The house is quiet. My mom went off to an appointment, so I had a time to come in here and shoot this video. But look, I appreciate you guys. I may go live tonight or tomorrow night. I will check my schedule. But until next time, family, love, peace, and light. Urban's Viola, the Colon Queen, and the gratitude for taking time to listen to Very Wise Alternatives YouTube channel. You guys have a great day. Bye.